Well, howdy, and thanks for stopping by and taking a moment to see how this bullet has done so far. This is actually the last hunt, and what I wanted to do with it was I was kind of starting to get a little curious as to how this bullet was going to do on a shot to the heart. So that's what I was going to aim for with this hog as I was starting to sneak up on it. As you're going to see here, I take what I thought ended up being a fairly decent shot, and I was expecting a lot better results that I ended up getting here just in a second. So the hog took off. He jumped well. I figured he was going to go down this hill and I would recover him within 50, maybe 100 yards max. That wasn't the case. You'll see here that this is the last frame before the shot. The hog is barely quartering away, so that should put the bullet somewhere in the range of where this red dot is. Maybe just a touch low, but still enough to where those petals should frag off. And there he goes again. Like I said, I expected to find him. What I found was by the time I got to the base of the hill where that star is, he was already across that field and had gone more than 300 yards. He was hobbled up pretty bad, but he still managed to make it into cover, and I lost that hog. So with that, I was done shooting hogs with this 110 grain controlled chaos. And that is not to say that the bullet is not doing as it is intended. You're going to see here, I got a text from one of the landowners. This was the boar I had to shoot about 4 times to get it to stop. Obviously, the bullet shed its petals like it was supposed to, and the bases continued on. Things happen though. So let's see how it did on a few other critters that we have around this area of southeastern Oklahoma. While I apologize for not having any video footage, I did shoot a couple of coyotes, and this bullet performed flawlessly. One broadside, as this one is here, and one head-on. Neither coyote made it far. It was exactly as you would expect from shooting an animal with a 6.5 Grendel. However, little critters, like this guy, didn't really make much of a pop when you started shooting them. That was one armadillo. Here's another one, a little bit further. See, not a lot of pop. Sorry about the foggy video. What that ended up coming from was this front screw here on the cap of my pulsar thermion. Likes to work itself loose every 10 or so hours, and I have to try to tighten it back up. Anyways, back to the armadillos. Here's one. A little bit more. And then this last guy here was actually the best results I've had on any of them to date. That's kind of what I would expect from just about any round coming out of a Grendel. But I wasn't getting it. You're going to see here, that skunk didn't make any kind of a pop. And here's another armadillo. And really, you wouldn't even have known I'd hit it had I not gone over there and checked. One final armadillo, and the results seem to be the same. Unfortunately, it actually gets worse from here. You're going to see as I center punch this raccoon, that animal should have been dead immediately. However, he managed to flop around and run around behind this tree before he expires. I don't consider that very acceptable results to be humane. You're going to see this is the last frame before the shot. It really should have been over immediately for him. Same thing with the skunk. I'm actually going to turn this off in a second because the skunk starts to flop around a lot, and he was still very much alive for another 10 or 15 seconds. And the final skunk here, I actually didn't even think that I had hit him at first. I thought I must have missed at that spot, so I took another shot. And at this point, I think that my rifle must be off zero. But no, he actually stops, stumbles, and then falls over dead. I was pretty surprised. And so my personal conclusion, which is worth what you paid for it, I thought it was an okay bullet if you're going to shoot a hog in the side of the neck, try to take out the spine. I thought it was okay for my limited testing on coyotes, but I'm not a fan of a traditional boiler room shot in hogs. I had to chase everything, and it really just didn't turn out that well. But that's it for this review. Thank you for your time, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.